join in on the fun and grab your glue gun. It's the Preppy Crafty Girl Show.
Hey guys, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here again for Trinket Tuesday, and we are going to be making a coffee pot that the pioneers would put on their fires. And so every wagon had one hanging on it. And so I thought, you know what, this will be cute for the Prairie Girls gathering. And I'm going to make one and show you how to make it. I do have an earlier video where I made some clay, and on that video I discussed some tools that you would need, basic tools. So I'm going to add on to the list of your basic tools. You can use a Sculpey makes these circles and they're all like graduated down. These are really good to have. Or you can use any kind of straws. Now I have a bigger straw that is used for like, what do you call it? Like boba tea. And then I have one that's a little bit smaller that fits inside. So these are the ones that I'm going to use for the top of my little coffee pot. So I'm going to use this one right here for the base. And what I did was I took a ball of clay and I softened it up, and then I just rolled it out to, I don't know, about, gosh, like not to where you can see through it, but it's pretty thin. I don't know if you can tell how thin that is, and I don't even know how to measure it. Maybe 1 or 2 millimeters. Let me see. I think I can see if I can measure it with this. Not really sure if I can or not. So it's like 1/8 of an inch in thickness. All right, now I'm gonna cut the bottom. So I'm gonna take my little circle cutter, and this is just like playing with Play-Doh back in the day. This one actually came in a nice granite color, so I thought that would be kind of fun. And I do want to make 3 of them because I am doing 3 little house on the prairie journals. So that's going to be the base of my coffee pot. Then what I'm going to do is make the top. So I'm going to take this one that is like a, it was for, whoops, that was a little too thin. It didn't stay together. Let me see if I can't, I think right here would be a good spot. That's going to be for the top of one of them. And then I'm going to take the next graduated one down. And that is going to be for the second layer. Oops. Let me get a tool of some sort to see if I can't poke it out. Yeah. So I want a graduated top. So I want something that's a little bit bigger on the bottom of it, and then I want something a little bit smaller for the lid. And then just by pressing those together, that'll be fine once it gets baked. So that's going to be my lid, and then I'm going to take a little ball of this and literally make a little ball for the lid of it, and just put that right on the top of it. So there, I got my little top. And then I'm going to make this a little more narrow. So I have it, this is about, it was about, I think I used the 1 teaspoon or 7/8 of an inch. I did the 7/8 ball or square. And so a lot of times I just kind of eyeball. I'm really bad about that, I mean, as far as like trying to teach somebody how to do this, because I just kind of eyeball it. But, you know, you can always cut off too, because I can already tell this is going to be too much. So I got a little crack there. Press that in, smash it down, and start to make this part. And then I'll take it over here. So you want the base, I'm getting there. You want the base a little bit wider than, I'm gonna smooth this out. A little bit wider than the actual little thingy. So see how I have that's kind of a little bit wider. So you get that little edge that goes around on the bottom. I don't like how my bottom is a little, it's not even. So to kind of even it, you have to push and roll. It's not really pushing, it's just applying a little bit of pressure. You're going to find when you work with polymer clay that you don't have to get real rough with it. All right, then I'm going to use my, my blade. I'm going to cut a little bit off the top. I think I have a little too much clay here. Whoops. Okay, let's start to narrow this down, and I want to get it down to where it is, gonna fit. There we go. There we go. This is going to sit right on the top, like so. I need to I think I need to make one more circle. Because I want the lid to go out a little bit wider than the top, I think. So all I'm going to do here then is I'm just going to cut a little piece off the top. That'll kind of give me my size. And then I'm going to, see, I just cut this one off the top. The only thing is that's going to be a little too wide. I'm going to come in here and try to, yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Now you have to get it back into a circle shape and flatten it out. And if I was smart, I would try to find something that was about this big around, like a cap or something. I've got that. I'm going to put this on the top. Oop, I'm going to put this on the top. Oop. That on the top. Yep. So that's what we have so far. And then I'm going to add this to the top of that. And then I have my handle. So my handle is going to come out and down. Whoops. Whoopsie, the top just came off. I think I'm gonna use some of that clear stuff. So I want this handle right there. I'm gonna cut that. And I'm gonna get my small tool because I'm going to take this and attach it. And when I go to attach it, I'm just taking my tool and like so. And then I want that to kind of come out like so. Again, I'm going to just work that handle in. Okay, so I've got that. And then I'm gonna take the lid, and I think with the lid, I'm gonna add, you can use this like glue. You have to bake it in the oven with your item, but it will, okay, see, it's coming together. Then I'm gonna add a little tiny spout. And for the spout, I need to, so it's gonna have to go like that shape, kind of. I think maybe I need a little bit more than that. So yeah, that's better. So I'm gonna kind of roll it out, and then I need to press this side kind of flat so it'll go up against the pot, and I will form it on this before I add it to the pot. So I'll get the shape that I want. Like that is what I'm thinking. And then yeah, that's the shape I want. Okay, and then I'll take another blade and pop that off, turn my pot around, and then I'm going to add this right to there. And then I'm going to take my little tool and I'm going to go around the edge, and I am going to press that in so that it attaches to my pot like so. Oh my goodness, this is so stinking cute. Let's see, I need to get this in a little bit. Oops. Oopsie. I have to go in with some what I'm doing is I'm pulling the clay into the other clay. So I'm pulling the handle clay into the pot clay. This is where it gets tricky because I don't want to touch any of that. I've attached it and I don't want to mess up the shape at all. So that's bad on me that I did not attach the handle well enough. I thought I had. Okay, so there's the handle. And then I like the shape of it. Like, I want a little more. Okay, my oven's ready to go, 275. This will probably, it is 275, and then it's 30 minutes for every 6 millimeters. And so this is probably going to take about 20, I would say 20 minutes. You don't want to overbake it. Okay, I need to make a little indentation where the copy would be coming out. top there. Get my medium one. Smooth it out. I'm gonna smooth that out. And that is my little granite metal coffee pot. Okay, I'm gonna go pop this in the oven. Oops, this kind of fell down a little bit. So, okay. It's not gonna be a cute charm. Oh my goodness. I can just hear the fire crackling. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to put it on a piece of parchment on a cookie sheet in my toaster oven, and I will be right back. Okay, so with the magic of television, I have a cute little coffee pot for my little Pioneer Girl journal. I can just tie it on or put a little hook right through the handle there, and it's got a little spout, and you can just see this on the back of the wagon clanking. Not quite done yet though. Now comes the best part of what makes it look so cool, is this Sculpey Gloss Glaze. Now this has to dry. It takes a while to cure. I'm not sure. Stir gently and thoroughly. Do not shake. Test on painted surface. Let dry 30 minutes between coats. Fully dry after 24 hours. Cleans up easy with soap and water. So I will have everything linked below. If you go back and look at my pumpkin one, it also has all the links on there. You don't need a whole lot, but you do want to get a really good coverage. So you don't want to leave any area bare, but this will seal it and give it a nice hearty gloss finish. And this is worth the extra effort, to be honest. And I just take a little brush and I lightly go over, and you don't need much at all. You just keep spreading and spreading and spreading it till you get a nice coat on here. So you don't want pooling like that, because you will see that when it dries. So you want to make sure that if you have any pooling, that you take your brush and run it over it. But this is gonna look so cute. I'd love to make like the black or the blue and the white enamelware. That's another one that I would love to make. So I don't know if Sculpey makes that. I should contact them. They need to make some. But those are the two companies that I prefer, either the Sculpey or the Fimo Prima. I've tried many different brands, and I don't know, they'll crack or they don't hold up as nice. And these just hold up super, super nice. So I have the parchment paper ready to go. Continuing just to smooth it out, make sure I get a full good coat on there. This is really neat because this clay has like little glitter in it. It's perfect for prairie girls, right? All right, let me see about doing the top. Getting a good coat on the top. So that is one down, and 2 more to go. And then I'll have my 3. But there you go. I hope you give polymer clay a shot. It's not for everyone. It does take a little bit of patience and a little bit of creativity. But, oops, it is definitely well worth the, I think, because the result is you get something handmade. Nobody else, it's my design, so nobody else has this design out there, because I just kind of came up with it in my head. And, you know, you just have this one-of-a-kind little art piece. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for another #Trinket Tuesday. If you are in the mood to share your little trinkets or your quirky little bits that you collect, I would love to see them, how you display them, how you use them, how you add them to your junk journals if you are a junk journaler. If not, maybe you have a collection of staplers like I do, or maybe you collect, I don't know, bottle caps or milk caps or stamps or something like that. Any little thing that you may collect that just brightens your day, makes you happy, and especially when you're out there thrifting, if you find it and you can add to your collection, it just makes your heart sing. I would love to see it. So please tag me. Please use the hashtag Trinket Tuesday, and I will see you back here next week for another polymer clay project. Bye, guys.
The preppy crafty girl living in her crafty world. She loves creating junk journals.